What's up, Mish? YouTube. It's been a minute. Uh, I wanted to talk to you about this narrow path most of us walk on. That most of us that are seeking truth, that love the truth. Anyone that'll probably watch my video. Tomorrow's my birthday, and you know, there's every year at this time I get thinking that I need to, you know, hang out with that crowd, the crowd of people that are asleep, and I have zero friends. I really do, because this road is a lonely one. It says very few find that road that's straight and narrow, that leads through the narrow gate. And broad and wide is the road that leads to destruction. Yep, my birthday's tomorrow. And every year at this time, I get that temptation to want to go out, want to hang out with my old buddies. And it's hard. It's hard to do. It's not hard to overcome it or to say no, but it does weigh on me, because I don't like being alone. I mean, who does? I would love to have a circle of like-minded individuals that I could communicate with and talk with. But any of my old friends, any friends that I could, go hang out with or go kick it with on my birthday would only set me back and would only have me living in denial of where I've came, of the fact that I've been called out and that I chose to step outside of the box. And when I answered that call years ago, I started to see things for what they are. And most people that I would hang out with don't even talk about the way things are. And if it makes them feel uncomfortable, they're not going to talk about it. And so why would I go back to that? Why would I be like an ostrich and go back over and stick my head in the sand? I can't, and I don't want to. And so, if you're wondering why you have zero friends, if you're on this journey that I'm on, and you wonder why you have zero friends, if you can't figure it out, I'm going to tell you. You have zero friends because, like I said a minute ago, there's very few that are walking the road that leads to the narrow gate. And there's tons of people leading down that broad road that leads to destruction. And so, if you're feeling like, why don't I have friends? What is it? It's not you. It's not you. Because he said, if they hated me, they're going to hate you. They don't like coming out of their comfort zone. They don't like when you bring up topics that cause them to think, to use their critical thinking. They don't like it. Their idea of a conversation is only surface deep, and it's so shallow that your conversation with that person or them can only go so far. And myself, I can't do that. It drives me nuts, for one thing. And then at the end of the day, like if I went and hung out with people on my birthday, the next day I would feel like, I would regret having done that. Like, why did I do that? Most people might call me a jerk because I don't want to hang out with those types of people. And it's not that I don't love them. It's not that I don't pray for them or I don't hope, that they will see the truth. But it does say, those who don't love the truth will receive a strong delusion. And we know who sends that strong delusion. They'll receive a strong delusion so that they believe a lie. And I don't like being lied to. I love the truth, and I want more of it. And if I can't have a conversation, that sharpens me, iron sharpens iron. If I can't engage in that type of conversation, I'm going to be honest, and this is not me being a jerk, I don't want to have that conversation. So why do it? So if you're like myself and you realize you have 0 friends, I got people that I could say are my friends, that I could hang out with. But if they're not on the same vibe that we are, they're not your friends. They might want to use you. They might want to try to get you to come back to that hole where you put your head in the sand like they do. But, we know better. If we've been called out and we've taken that call, we can't. Not only would it be detrimental to our trajectory, our vision that we have, our relationship with the Most High, our walk, not only would it take away from all that, it would be spitting in his face, the one who has called us out. He called us out for a reason. And why them other people haven't come out, I have no idea. And to change them is not my job. Now, if I play a role in that, so be it. I'm willing to be used in any way I can. But if you're like me and you have 0 friends, you have 0 friends because you're unwilling to go back to sleep. You're unwilling to have conversations that are only surface deep, that are superficial, that are of things and topics and issues that mean nothing to you, that have nothing to do with reality. They're only conversations about things with no relevance, with no importance. And so, if that's you, and you're feeling like, man, where's my social life went to? Just think about that social life you used to have. Was it at the bar with people that are bullshitting and talking about a football game, or if politics or something like that comes up, the truth is nowhere to be found in that conversation, and you're just best keeping your mouth shut? It's just a waste of your time and of your brain cells. And why? And I'm not being mean. I'm not being a jerk saying that those people are idiots or anything like that. But it's like a college student trying to have a conversation with a third grader. How far is that conversation going to go? And I'm not saying that the people I would have a conversation with are have the mind of a third grader. I'm just using that as an example, as an illustration of being aware of certain things and talking to people that have no idea of those things, and you know that you can't bring those things up because they're never going to get it. They'll never be able to wrap their brains around it. Why have it? Why have those conversations? Why put yourself in that predicament? So if you're feeling down because you don't have friends, you don't have acquaintances that you can have a intellectual conversation with, don't feel bad about yourself. Don't feel like you're unpopular or you're not as cool as the rest. That's not it. The reason that you can have those conversations is because you have been called out. You realize you're on that straight, narrow road that leads to life that few find. And in order to act dumb and oblivious to what you've been shown, if you do that, you're only putting yourself back on that broad road that leads to destruction. And is that what you want? That's not what I want. So why do it? So if you find yourself feeling that way, just remember that you've been called out. And most of these people are going to bring you down. The people that need a bunch of friends in their life, a big social circle, they need those people to feel justified in the things that they do. They need those people to feel comfortable, to feel like they're doing something. But what are they doing? Are they doing things that are going to better their self and their family? Are they trying to become the best person they can be? Are they trying to walk a walk that is humble and that is fruitful and producing? Most likely those people that need a bunch of people around them, that need all those friends, they're not. Their conversations are so shallow, and a conversation with someone like you is only going to go so far. And by the end of that situation, you'll wish you would have never engaged in any conversations with them. And whatever they say about you, whatever they think about you, just remember, you're the one that's called out. You answered that call. You chose to step out of the box. And now you've been given perspective of the world that has shown you reality and the way things really are, especially in the year we're living in. A lot of us know what these agendas are. A lot of us know, what's going on, what's coming down the road. And so it's hard to have just a small talk conversation where we're talking about the weather and, cars and trucks and stuff like that, which is okay. But if you try to have a conversation that's got some depth to it and with people, and you see that they're not having it, don't feel bad about yourself. Don't necessarily feel bad about them, because they are where they are. They all have their own journeys to make. We have ours. And we've come to the place we are because we sought after truth. We loved the Most High. We asked for these truths, and He gave them to us. And the only way to fit in, getting along to fit in, would be to go back and deny those things and just stick your head back in the sand and have conversations that mean nothing. So think about that next time you feel like you're lonely. Because, look, if you're feeling like you're lonely, he said that this walk would be lonely. And that you might be alone most days. And there's nothing you can do about it. But don't trade that. Don't trade the blessings he's given you and the clarity to see the world the way it is, that might, benefit you in the days to come. Don't trade that just to circle, surround yourself with people that don't care about any of those things. Just do you, man, and be happy. If you have 0 friends, it's probably for a reason. And the friends that you're thinking of that you would want to hang out with are only going to be detrimental to your walk and to your goal. Don't let anyone steal your goal. What's it say? Don't let man steal your crown. If you are on the broad or on the narrow road, don't let no one convince you to come off of that deal. You're there for a reason. Stay on it. I love y'all, guys. D's out.